welcome to another episode of Laying Down the Lore of the Old World, a lore podcast in which we aim to separate our dragons from our dryads, our griffins from our goblins, and our witch elves from our wood elves, and generally ask what's up with this Warhammer stuff. My name is Ben Crumbarber, and while I used to know pretty much fuck all about Warhammer, I now know very little. With me is my co-host, Christopher Crowlin Allen.
Ni hao, everybody.
Who, despite years of valiant effort, still knows next to nothing.
Sure.
And my dear brother Darren.
Rest easy, lads. I've checked. We're not in the files.
Who knows so much about Warhammer, it's frankly disturbing. After an abysmal attempt at playing Vermintide many moons ago, this dichotomy between our levels of understanding became clear, and this series is an attempt to address that ignorance.
It's a picture of a cake.
Picture of what?
A cake. Tie bomber. Cake. Welcome to another episode of the difference between spaceships and food. There's a Christmas card I think I've left up.
Another episode of What's in Darren's Room Today?
Paints.
Paints. It's become a lot busier, hasn't it? I mean, the video, the viewers might not get the relative difference. I'm struggling with my words this morning. Really struggling.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shut the fuck up.
We're kind of either end of the spectrum, aren't they? Like, Kral's kind of in the middle with like a kind of normal setting. Dars is like hyper detailed, and I'm like in a chamber of I've just been put in a cell somewhere.
And trust me, this look does not translate to hyper detail. So I'm sorry, everyone.
Your camera's quite blurred during our stream as well. Like, I'm sure it's much more detailed in the final edit.
Who's mine? Yeah, I put Vaseline on the lens.
Anyway, my point was Darren's room's looking very busy recently with stuff. It's since like Christmas, it's kind of just evolved. Since he got the paint set, I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Since he got his
I got a new thing.
Paint set. Oh yeah,
I got a new thing. I'll have to unplug it.
Oh God.
Welcome. Okay. You think that's funny? Hang on. Can you hear this? Oh no, you can't.
No.
It's a vibrating boob.
A vibrating boob?
He wasn't lying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for his piles.
It's a paint mixer.
Oh, I see. Right. I thought it was a pile soother.
It's a pile soother. I call it Daphne.
Well, let's start the episode, guys.
I'm just mixing my paints.
We're doing video now. Shit.
Yeah, I'm just sorting my paints out. Got a session after the recording.
Almost at the station.
Almost. Right, Crowley.
Hello, Reichland. It's time for Sarah's recap.
Hey, Darcy. Hey.
Hey, sorry.
We'll cut that in later.
We'll cut that in. That'll gel together nicely.
Yeah, on the surface we all look quite like fluid and fun, but Ben's actually quite militant. Laugh now, Darren.
Yeah. I will make this funny in the edit.
Yeah.
The Ogre Homeland, the Mountains of Morn.
I thought, why are you West Country? Oh, you're a hobbit.
Are the native beasts and stuff. Some of the. I tell you what, Ben. I'm going to name a few of the native beasts that we covered last episode from the Mountains of Morn, the Ogre Homeland.
And you describe them. Yeah.
And
through
then,
interpretive dance.
No, Darren. No,
sorry,
actually.
Sorry, Crowd.
Yeah, Ben. You describe them the best you can.
Okay.
Tracy Scuggins.
Okay. Mornfang. What does a Mornfang look like?
Is the Mornfang the... Oh, it's either one of the saber-tooth looking things, or it's the big one with the massive tusks, although that might be a horn
one.
fang.
Yeah, that's like 5 of them.
Is it the big one, Crow?
Sure. You know what, Ben? I ain't going to give you that. You're not specific enough.
Okay, go on.
A cat and a rhino.
Yeah, exactly. A kino. Yeah, it was like the big burly saber tooth.
Wait, no.
thing. Yeah. That I immediately
okay.
thought was like a mammoth or something, but no, it's more of a kind of big burly cat predator thing. Okay, the Stonehorn.
The Stonehorn's the one with the stony face, isn't it? Who like constantly rubbing his stone face, lemon face. Is constantly like rubbing its face on things because
On
It's got the
lemons,
eczema.
because it's weird. They're like just awful
It's got
dinner guests
eczema.
because it's got eczema.
I mean, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Here comes the psoriasis monster, yeah?
Ew, dandruff.
The most upsetting thing that has ever happened to me is I was once given a flapjack by someone with visible eczema. It was awful.
Did you eat?
And it wasn't
So
a
it can't-
flapjack.
Straight in the bin.
Can you catch eczema from eating a flapjack?
I don't know, and it wasn't worth risking it, Ben, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
not the point. Yeah,
a
the
fair point.
Stonehorn was stone
I
face.
did watch a guy drink his own liposuction fat once.
Oh,
on a TV
come
show.
on. No.
Sorry,
No,
just
no.
an idle thought. I'm a man of the world. It explains the hair.
Kral's gone. Kral's left.
Sorry, Kral. Sorry, Kral.
He's off to get his refrigerated pint of lipo fat.
Yeah.
I can no longer talk.
Right, Kral, go. Hit me.
Where were we? Oh, we were challenging men. Okay, one more animal pop quiz. The cockatrice.
3 cocks.
The cockatrice.
Cockatrice. A cockatrice is. It's not. That's not really an
I'm
ogre
not painting that.
kingdom specific monster, is it? That's just that's a normal mythical beast.
It's
Am I
in
right?
the kingdom, but not of the kingdom.
That's what I meant. That's exactly. They're always saying things better than I say them with words.
Always
He's waffling,
talking
people. He's
ideas
waffling.
better than I do.
Well, Chris, really, you're asking 2 questions there.
No, describe a cockatrice. I'm not even asking.
Cockatrice
I'm telling.
actually doesn't it look? It's got a kind of like bird-like look to it, doesn't it? It's got. Like,
It's a giant
got,
cockerel.
Like,
It's a giant cockerel that petrifies people with their stare. Basically.
bam.
In other words, a Canadian goose. Yeah.
Yeah. If you'd given me a couple of hours, that is exactly what I would have said to you. Yes.
Yeah. You nearly got it.
With
You know
my
what?
room
I'm
full
not
of
giving you
infinite
that
monkey
either.
typewriters. Yeah.
Yeah. With my Google access. Yeah.
And there were lots of other indescribable animals. We looked at the ever-changing landscape, lots of fast-moving glaciers, ice volcanoes, Ben, there were. Blimey.
Yeah. That's
And
cool.
we finished off
Or a Yoda.
looking at the tragic tale of the Skytitans and the Sky Giants. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty tragic. Still can't quite get over the scale of those. Like,
Yeah.
17 football
They're about
field.
29 football fields tall, Ben.
yeah, you lost me at 3. You lost me.
Darren, question.
There was more than
Are
3.
the Sky
Yes, my love.
Titans and the Sky Giants 2 different races, or are they this one and the same?
One and the same. It's really the difference between Titans and Giants. So Titans are the I think we described it as Titans. Titans are to Giants as Giants are to humans. If you see what I mean.
Okay.
They're gigantes.
Right.
Yeah. Colossuses.
It's the
Colossi.
Space Marine Primarch relationship.
Yeah, we need some artists to do a semi-nude size comparison. I don't
Yeah.
make the rules, so that we can understand. And one of the
But
humans
I
has
will
to be
enforce
Krau.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I need to get a new chair. This is outrageous. Look at me. Right, is that it? Are we going? Are we
Yeah,
done?
Ogre Homelands. Ta-da!
So what did you think of the first kind of David Attenborough-esque style episode that we did?
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
There was no
was
real
very good.
action. I mean, other than the entire genocide and cannibalism of an entire race, but it wasn't
Yeah.
that exciting.
Yeah, it got
It's
it got
cool.
a bit racy and it speeded up towards the end. race is definitely the wrong word. I've made that sound totally
Said
sound
that in a
racist.
raging semi.
It
What I
got
meant is it got
needlessly
faster.
erotic towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like semi-naked, very, very big people, and if you're into that thing, then it got racy for you. Like,
And it made me feel safe and loved. Yeah.
yeah, it made me feel secure.
I liked it. I thought it was cool. There were like, it was like Attenborough, wasn't it? It was like looking at a species of something and getting the skin of them. It was good. 7 out of 10, Darren. 7 out of 10.
Oh, thanks,
Solid.
mate. Thanks.
Am I right in saying that they're most of those are kind of solitary animals? Do you get herd-based animals in the mountains of Morn?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of animals. Yeah. So the Mornfangs are run in small packs. You have the elks and the other animals that I can't remember, but the larger monsters. So the Stonehorn, if I recall correctly, is solitary. The Thunder Tusk, the one with I couldn't tell you how it eats.
Yeah.
With the big.
Yeah, with help.
With the little,
Yeah. He's a little. He's a bit. Yeah.
situation.
You just jerk off an elephant. What's going on there?
A mammoth, Ben. A mammoth.
Sorry.
We're in Scotland.
Okay, so some of them aren't solitary, but you're not talking about like Serengeti style herds. It's just little packs.
No.
They do move in herds. Na 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 na. There's a dinosaur.
I can't honestly.
Keep going.
There's a dinosaur. That's all I know.
I just always think about your story about when you used to watch the David Attenborough things with your mum, and you did have the big like herd, and your mum would scream, count them
Swarms
at the screen.
Quick, count them! In her South Asian accent, count them! And if I didn't get it right, I wouldn't be able to eat that evening. Yeah, you're right. You did have to be there, Darren. Yeah, it was funny.
So funny.
Made me the strong character I am now.
Indeed.
Okay, moving away from childhood domestic abuse. Welcome to the first of a few episodes on the history and timeline of the Ogre. I really need to wake up more than 5 minutes before the record. This is ridiculous. My thick, lustrous hair.
Great.
Thanks very much. So, ogres, again, similar to orcs, tend to only have their history mapped by when it touches other cultures. And by touches, I mean grab and eat. They do have a strong oral tradition, and also they're good at storytelling. Almost got him to spit his coffee.
So they procreate.
I swear sometimes, man, we're no better than a Carry-On movie. We're just like,
matron.
A little bit mincy.
What's the term they use on Finn versus history or Finn versus the internet? Fruity. That covers a multitude of sins. The Nazis, a bit fruity, and it's not a sexuality insult. It's just somewhere out of the norm of human experience.
Yeah, off the rails.
What do they call it? The Wimbledon Overture or something? The something window? Socially accepted?
No.
Double glazing?
Nope.
Hi, I'm Barry Scott. No, never mind. So,
come back to
Ogre
us,
history. Back in the room. So the ogres refer to their history as the big times. So these are notable events that have managed to stay within the storytelling tradition of the Ogre Kingdoms, and also, as I say, recorded in other cultures. We start with the old ones. Can anyone remember who the old ones were?
Yes.
And if you say me, I'll reach through the screen and slap you in the face.
Ben says you.
Ow!
They're essentially like the kind of god-esque figures, aren't they? For a lot of these races, they're like the origin. They're the creator.
Yes. So around about 5700 BS, for new listeners, that stands for before Sigmar. We've used it because IC, the imperial calendar, is dull. So Elven scholars estimate that that was about the time when the Old Ones created the ogres as kind of the latest humanoid engineered race intended to help stop the spread of chaos on the planet. They were, much like in 40k, the orcs were a created race to stop Necrons, and others. The ogres were created to combat the encroachment of chaos on the world, with hilarious consequences. We stagger forward almost 3,000 years to the ancient homelands of the ogres themselves. So if we look at image 1, which is a map, so you see the area highlighted in red there. That's the Mountains of Mourne and the kind of Ogre Kingdoms and its environs. You can see a massive crater there, and then above it, a desert. Those two areas was the original homeland of the ogres themselves, who lived east of the Mountains of Mourne on really kind of fertile plains and steppes that bordered Grand Cathay. That's steppes with 2 E's, not just steppes. I can't think of any of their songs.
And 2 P's as well, right?
Yeah. Steepy
2 E's,
P's.
2 P's.
Yep. 2 E's, 2 P's. What a night that was, Crown. The lands were kind of rich grasslands filled with yaks and beasts that were like gnus, so gnu beasts. And that ensured a steady diet of meat for the tribes that lived there. With no kind of natural borders within that area. So within the wider border of their homeland, there were no internal borders. And so they lived as kind of nomadic peoples, trading nearly as often as they fought. So this is pre-racial hunger. That was my most challenging dance routine.
Most controversial.
The most controversial and somehow most inclusive. Cathay was already a thing. So the Empire of Cathay existed. This is, thousands of years before the arrival and ascent of Sigmar himself. And it was the Cathayans who gave the secret of fire to the ogres. And in exchange, Cathay was allowed to recruit the more intelligent ogres into the Grand Imperial Army. And indeed, in the Cathayan army, there are ogres who live in Cathay and are considered Cathayan. Much like in the same way there are ogres in the Empire who are considered Imperial ogres.
Amazing.
Over time, however, the ogres who were not included in the army, kind of, everyone else then, I suppose, began encroaching into Cathay. And it was at this time that many developed a taste for human flesh. So, not necessarily bad guys, but certainly not good guys, as far as humans are concerned. So this angered Zhen Huang, the celestial dragon emperor of Grand Cathay, who took a severe stance against them. And if you look at image 2, you can see his stance is quite severe.
Grr.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where does he end and the chair start?
Well, he's a dragon in human form, so it's not entirely clear to me.
Okay.
Wow, an actual dragon in actual human form, or is that just kind of hearsay?
No, he's an actual dragon.
That's pretty cool.
And so in the Cathayan army that you can buy, paint, and play, or buy and play. I'm not your mother. Paint what you want. There is a character who is human and then transformed into a dragon. So there's like 2 minis in the pack.
Amazing.
Okay.
Split personality.
I was trying to think of like some of these shows. What was it? I've forgotten the name of it. Have I got news for you? Yeah, where they usually show up a picture of someone and they go, "Seen here, watching puppies being killed." That kind. I was trying to think of something for him, but he's too severe. He's too regal.
A caption for that shot.
Yeah, he's too.
He's
regal.
on the royal toilet, having a big dragon dump.
Yeah, seen here at his daughter's wedding.
Seen here at the happiest moment of his life. Yeah.
Thinking, shit, I should have picked a different form.
Seen here discovering love for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. Seen here playing rounders. Yeah.
He's got his emotional support stick in his right hand, doesn't he?
Yeah. If you say so. He's seen here realizing this is his emotional support stick. So amid these rising tensions, I shouldn't do this, I should do this for rising tensions. A great burning light appeared in the heavens, and which grew brighter and brighter each day, eventually outshining the twin moons of Moorsleib and Mansleib. And it turned out it was a huge comet filled with a sickly green light, wasabi. And some claimed it bore the shape of a vast, hungry mouth. Grim.
Not very streamlined then.
No. So in 2750 BS, the comet composed, it was a warpstone comet. It was huge and immense and behemothik and gargantuan. Struck the Ogre homeland with catastrophic force, which is a bit kind of redundant. It just struck the Ogre. It's not going to saunter into the ground, is it? It's going to whoomph. Yeah, good story, Dan. 2/3 of the Ogre population was annihilated instantly, like properly vaporized. The steppes kind of liquefied as opposed to partially vaporized.
Yeah.
Just
some feet.
Yeah,
so that's all.
Smoldering feet.
Yeah, they can actually be seen at the bottom of the throne there, because I kept looking at it, trying to think: has his cape got dragon legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you were going to say there, I was going to say yes to. That was.
I'm not looking at that image anymore. Man. I've moved on.
Yeah. The firestorm, kind of much like Independence Day, went out in a huge circle, a huge band of fire, incinerating everything in its path, liquefying what's the term? Not vaporizing. No, vulcanizing. Vitrifying the stones and turning sands to glass for miles and miles.
What does vitrifying mean?
Vitrify is when stone is melted.
Okay. Into lava.
Into hot, gooey stone. Okay. Not necessarily lava.
Okay.
The comet did not stop at the initial point of impact, but burrowed deep into the world's core itself, much like a hungry beastie. This once fertile plain became a howling desert of eldritch energies and sandstorms, with starvation forcing the surviving ogres into cannibalism. Believing a vengeful god had descended upon them, they came to worship this being known as the Great Maw, an insatiable, devouring deity born from the catastrophe. And so if we have a cheeky little look at image 3, that is the symbol that has become synonymous with the Ogre Kingdoms. So if you like, the Empire has this kind of cross with a skull in the center. End of list. So the ogres have this jagged tooth circular mouth symbol that you see appear on their standards and on many of the gut plates.
Kind of looks like a TB jab. Looks like my TB jab on my left arm, anyway.
Oh, your BCG.
Oh, it's like a BCG. Yeah, BCG scar.
Yeah.
Pick an acronym. One of those jabs you get like when you're in primary school.
It's a KLF scar. Yeah.
Actually, Krell, that it doesn't look. I think you might have the plague. What's the one where you had the ring?
What's the one where you have the ring? Weddings. What?
Krell, I think you might be married.
It's not a disease.
I don't want to shock you.
That's what my emotional marriage scar looks like. Yeah. Don't tell Vicky. The strongest ogres that were able to survive this initial catastrophe found that their already kind of powerful hunger never actually faded, even after consuming their kin. And unable to return to Cathay itself, they turned and ascended into the mountains to the west of them in search of an area of land where they could survive and perhaps somehow overcome this insatiable racial hunger. I'm imagining sequins for that dance number. We'll just have a quick... check out the maracas on him.
Tassels.
Yeah, clacky, clacky.
Okay, no, Krell. I'll put my foot down there. No.
So we turn now to the tale of Groth Onefinger.
I really want to see those fingers.
Yeah, he's a really accusatory...
He's got 10 of them.
Ogre. He's got 10. I've got one, and another one, and a third one. Yeah. Oh, he wouldn't know third. Yeah. So the son of Rothyog, the greatest chieftain of the Lazar tribe, as a youth, Groth was plagued by dark visions foretelling the doom of Ogre-kind. His father served as a mercenary within Grand Cathay during the War of the Black Lotus, which sounds cool.
Doesn't it?
Upon returning to camp, after collecting payment from Cathay's imperial army, Rothyog found the camp entirely massacred except for Groth. Groth gave no explanation for the killings, only a cryptic warning about hunger. I'm hungry. Threatening face. That was the warning.
Picking his friends out his teeth.
Moments later, Imagine saying you'd make a lot of money selling toothpicks to ogres. Maybe that's what they use spears for. Yeah.
Or bones.
Moments after this cryptic warning, Rothyog died suddenly of a heart attack as Groth walked away without remorse. So he's much like the what's that movie? The Medusa Touch? Yeah, that's a creepy movie.
Medusa Touch.
Yeah, it's Richard Burton. I'm Richard Burton. No, Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I confused my old white men there for a second. Dismissed as a madman for proclaiming the coming of the ogre god. So we now see that he is the kind of prophet, the herald of the Great Maw. He wandered the ogre homelands. And when the warpstone comet struck, Groth was horribly burned, losing his nose, his eyelids, his lips, his ears, and all but one finger. Hot. Well, literally, he was horribly burned.
Wow.
He survived the devastation, rising like a hideous phoenix. There's an image. Utterly convinced. Yeah.
Kill me.
I love that all of those aspects of his face were massively impacted, but the rest of him was completely untouched. He was totally fine. It's very face focused.
Yeah. Oh, these wings. No, I'm a phoenix. I'm a horrible phoenix. Yeah.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Why is he Austrian, Chris? It's always Austrians with you.
You've not seen A Bug's Life? You've never lived.
Yes. I've never lived. Well, I don't go to I don't go to places to hang out with kids, Chris. Utterly convinced that his god had manifested. Sorry, I'm just remembering now when you tried to say numpty and said another word. It was very funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're not going back in time. No. La 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 la.
Just a quick question. Can you remind me the name of this ogre in this character ogre? Ogre character.
It's exactly that. It's one finger.
Groth Onefinger. Kral Onefinger.
Kral
Onefinger. How do you pronounce his first name? Groth.
Groth. Groth.
Groth. Okay. Groth Onefinger. Horribly burned, disfigured, but he will always be remembered for having one finger.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it. But it was massive.
But what a finger. Yeah.
Well, it's actually a classic ogre stupidity. It was actually his thumb. Yep. Groth then confronted the new chieftain of the Lizard tribe, Gilmog, formerly also in his father's mercenary band. And Groth revealed to Gilmog that Gilmog had been the first ogre to taste Cathayan child flesh, sealing their race's doom. News of this atrocity reached the celestial emperor of Cathay, prompting divine retribution. And as the truth emerged, Gilmog was ultimately surrounded and then devoured by his own tribe. Filled with zeal and possibly bits of Gilmog, Groth led the survivors of the tribe across the vitrified desert, vitrification, Chris, towards the impact crater. And they endured thirst, despair, and humming, sustaining themselves by consuming the weaker members of their tribe. Upon reaching the Great Maw, a vast god creature spared Groth and his followers after gorging itself on nearby tribes and hangers-on. And if we look at image 4, here is a scaled-down version of what Groth found.
A really big old spiky asshole. That is what piles look like.
That's not what piles
Maybe
look
your
like.
piles, mate.
That's what piles feels like.
No, I was going to say my piles. I've heard from a friend that piles look like a bunch of raspberries around an open grave.
Yikes! I've never actually seen them.
I thought that would have got a stronger reaction.
Yeah, I mean, it got a reaction. It was pretty strong. It probably wasn't the one you were looking.
It got a reaction. I clenched.
Yeah. I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
I grabbed my anusol canister. Yeah.
Your anus.
Why is it shaped like a dildo? What?
That's the applicator, Darren. God.
I beg your pardon, Chris. I beg your pardon.
Actually,
that's what the Dragon King was holding, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's actually the Dragon King. So, Groth, in a fit of zeal, sacrificed more of his kin and conducted the first kind of ritual feast at the edge of the Great Maw's spiky sphincter. That's spiky sphincter.
Spiky sphincter.
I'm great. Lemon sphincter.
Ooh.
He thus became the first butcher. This is the magic using priests of the Ogre Kingdoms, establishing pretty much all of their foundational kind of grisly religious traditions within the Ogre Kingdoms, which includes all the recipes required to make all the spell effects come into place. Because we've discussed before, it's gut magic. You basically brew up a massive potion of disgusting quality, snarf it down, and then a magical effect happens. Mostly farting.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, can I just ask then? So to sum up this event, he basically went over to a tribe, killed the leader, led that tribe across the desert, got to the Maw, and then pushed a bunch of his new tribe members in, and whatever it was that was in the hole went, you're now capable of gut magic. That was...
yes.
Excellent. Okay.
So profound was his impact on the Ogre Kingdoms and their kind of concept of worship and priesthood that many butchers to this day, to the current time in the Warhammer world, ritually burn themselves in his honor. Some even sever their fingers. Some even sever their hands and then jam the end of cleavers into the wound to be able to use the butchery stuff. It's a very choppy, piercy religion, much like Catholicism, in ways that I'm struggling to improvise a concept for. So if we have a look at images 5 and 6, we can see in 5, this is the archetypal butcher, seen here discovering a taste he doesn't like. And he has actually the scene here thing might work. Yeah,
seen here cool. At his son's birthday.
Seen here thinking he left the stove on. He has a huge cleaver, and his skin is pierced in many places with rib bones and teeth from other meals, I suppose, saving stuff for later. And his apron is, well, it's horrific. It's a bad apron. Bad apron.
It's a great apron. It looks like it's really capturing the splatter from his magicking.
It's actually not covering him enough, is it? It's still all over his chest.
And if we look in image 6, we can see an ogre fighting a wizard beast of Tzeentch in the throes of battle, surrounded by his ogre friends, or customers, as they should be called when the butcher is out chopping.
Seen here at church in his Sunday best.
We can see here the ogre pope, no, that's someone else, is in the heat of battle, casting and chopping, much like the Borden Bamsey of the Ogre Kingdoms.
It's kicking ass.
Groth's descendants, so the ogres that made the pilgrimage to the Great Maw with him, the Lazargs, as they became known, they added the arg after becoming the butchers of the Maw, because you would, wouldn't you? Arg! They dwell near the kind of desolate remnants of the old ogres' homelands in and around the Great Maw. They are now, unfortunately, are now twisted and malformed, clad in kind of filthy sackcloth and the remains of their victims or meals, and they are all adorned with chains and piercings, very much like the flagellants of the Empire, which we've not covered, but it is going to be a callback in about 2 years' time. They revere the Great Maw as their kind of tyrant, so as their chieftain of their tribe. And the sound of their bells echoes through the kind of mountain passes and plains leading to the Great Maw itself. And at the sound of the tinkling, many run because they're going to get snaffled or eaten, as we say in English.
Sound of the tinkling?
Sound of the tinkling of bells. Not pinkling, you weirdo.
The clinkling of bells.
The
tinkling with a T.
Tinkling.
The pinkling with the bells. Where are these bells? Where are the bells from? Who got bells?
No, medically fascinating.
What are we talking about? I need a whiz real quick.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another attempt at The Lore is Right, where I, ask a question of them, the boys, and we try and get to the closest to the correct answer wins. But none of this weird The Price is Right shit where you go one lower or one higher and stamping that shit out before we even start.
Okay, so it's got to be exact, is it?
It's got to be the nearest. The question is, how many decades did ogres exist for before the Great Maw arrived?
It's going to be an easy competition because it's only me involved in it. We've lost Kral. So,
and Kral's answer?
We can hear him, but the listeners can't.
Yeah, it's
he's not near a microphone.
He's pinkling.
How many decades?
I'm back from the toilet, guys, and my guess is who's the question going to first?
You go on. You first.
It can go to you. You seem lighter, Chris.
Okay, yeah, feel more frisky. Weirdly, don't know where that comes from. I'm going.
All right, how many
to...
decades was perhaps ill-advised. How many years did the ogres exist for from their creation to the arrival of the Great Maw?
Oh, well, that's just really
200. No, 500.
500 years.
Mm-hmm.
If you say 501, I'm gonna pull on my testicles.
I'm gonna say. Well, they would have had to evolve to some degree. So I'm gonna say 200 years.
Okay, we need.
Fine, I'm saying 700 years.
We're going to need to come up with a new format because this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The correct answer was 2,950 years.
950 years.
Ben takes the
what with 700? I changed it to 700 in the last minute. Right?
You said 200, you silly goose. What are you talking about?
To be fair, Dar's original format of the question was so unfair. Like, how many decades? I'm not even sure. What is that? Is it 200?
How many minutes?
What color was the old one that created the ogres?
Yeah, exactly. What color was the length of time that the ogres have been around for?
2 years after the comet destroyed the ogre homelands and their kind of cultural mores and manners, the remnants of the warpstone finished burrowing through the planet, boring through the planet's core and emerging on the opposite side of this world of malice, as the Warhammer World is called, boiling the ocean where it emerged and creating a vast and deadly maelstrom like Charybdis or whatever that huge fanged whirlpool was in Pirates of the Caribbean. So if we have a look at image 7, we can see that just southwest of Ulthuan, there's an area there known as the Galleon's Graveyard. That's what it's called amongst humanity, but it is in fact the other end of the Great Maw, which is also perversely a maw, not its arse, as I have humorously considered it for however long, 20 years.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were suggesting. It's the other end of the maw, i.e. the butt. So whatever it eats gets digested over near Cathay, the Mountains of Morn, and the waste comes out near Ulthuan. Wait! Ooh, flotsam. No, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it.
I'm assuming that this map isn't the whole map because it doesn't. It doesn't look like it's gone through. It's because if you turned it round, it's kind of come out right next to itself. Is it Nagroth? Is that the Darklands land?
Yeah.
Is that a separate continent to the east side of Cathay? Is there an ocean?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Think of it like the Atlantic and Pacific
Yeah.
vibes.
I will.
So where the
I'll do
where the Galleon's graveyard is, where the other end of the Great Maw is, this maelstrom, is where I think the Sargasso Sea is in our own world. And the Sargasso
Never
Sea
heard
is
of
in
it.
the Atlantic. It's a huge
See.
kind of clump of seaweed that kind of traps boats.
Oh,
Oh.
he could be making this up, Kral. I have no idea.
Right, Google Sargasso Sea, you pricks. Who I love. I feel I'm being needlessly mean.
Yep,
It's
that's
a
Darren.
unique 2 million square mile boundaryless region in the North
Boundaryless.
Atlantic, defined
Yep.
by 4 circulating currents rather than land. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's kind of where this thing is. Is that
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a word I used to use, analogous or analgus, as. So few who enter into the maelstrom, the Galleon's graveyard, kind of survive to tell the tale. And if we have a look at images 8 and 9, that gives you an idea of what it's like in there.
Looks
Whoa,
rubbish.
Shit. Yeah.
Shit.
No,
Nah.
just no.
So this
Why have we come here?
This
Yeah.
area of the Warhammer world was explored in the ill-received game Dreadfleet, of which I have a copy, which is frankly a great game, and it only suffered from one major drawback, is insofar as it was not Man of War, which the community wanted but was not handed. If you look at the image 8, which I think is the kind of bluish one, you can see that there are lots of elements or images associated with death there. Like I think there's an undead dragon, some skull islands, and kind of broken and shattered ships all
It
around.
certainly doesn't encourage life, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, Chris, you have touched it with a needle there, because the Galleon's graveyard is said to draw in and consume death, just as the Great Maw draws in and consumes life. So they are like the life and death versions of the vortex in Ulthuan, where they just
It's like
drain
kind of-
it from the world.
Like white holes and black holes, that theory.
The
Yeah.
yin and the yang.
Lion faces and lemon faces.
Exactly. It's the
Yeah.
lemon face.
Yeah.
Lemon face.
I just need to get my head around this. It sucks in death and produces life, or
No, it doesn't
or the other way
produce
around.
anything. It's you remember the whole thing about the Ogre Kingdoms is consumption.
Yeah.
So it draws in, the maw draws in life and attracts the living, mostly ogres in terms of pilgrimages, but also beasts. They feel an unnatural draw to that area. The same is true with the maelstrom. The dead end up kind of Pirates of the Caribbean
I see. Right.
there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I see. The dead dwell there.
The Dwed.
No, they die there.
The Dwed dwell there. Yes.
Dwed.
Dwed.
Okay.
Dwed Pirate Wobbats. Within 3 years of the creation of the Maelstrom, or the angry undead butthole of the Maw, we come into the war in the sky. Now, we covered this at the tail end of last episode, but we'll just touch on it briefly here. The remaining ogre tribes that survived the arrival of the Great Maw and the starvation that ensued after that, headed west, ascending into the colossal peaks of the ancient giant lands, where they encountered a race of brilliant giants known as Skytitans, who they systematically destroyed and ate in a decade-long war. Most ogres then left the ancient giant lands, driven away by the kind of unnaturally shimmering skies, and descended the towering peaks to arrive at the Mountains of Morn, So we touched on it last episode, where the ancient giant lands is awash with kind of the pure winds of magic, focused around cold and stone. It warps anything there to be able to exist in that environment. The environment. Within 100 or so years of the ogres leaving, or the vast majority of the ogres leaving the ancient giant lands, we see the first sightings of a supernatural species called the Yetis. So if we have a quick look at image 10, which should be just a refresher of what the ancient giant lands look like now, and then we move on to image 11, which is an actual Yeti. And I think last episode we touched on these bad boys. These are the cold-breathing, ice-wielding beasts that kind of haunt, in quotes, and hunt within the higher peaks of the Mountains of Morn, and indeed into the ancient giant lands. These are, in fact, the mutated ogres that remained in the ancient giant lands. So they have become a separate kind of race that was forever altered by all the energies at play within the ancient giant lands themselves.
OG ogres.
OG ogres. That's really what we've just covered is pretty much the full transformation of the race of ogres as was the pastoral trading, some would say arboreal, Chris, ogres of the ogre homelands into the ravenous, eating disorder war machines that they have become. There are a few other events that occurred after this kind of foundational period for the ogres. One being the ogre tribe of Bulg Leg Eater, great name, hunted down and devoured an entire hobgoblin horde of Glog Slitthroat.
Take your time with that one.
Yeah, after hearing that hobgoblin flesh tasted a bit like beef. Some of these are simple. He just went, "Oh, I'm hungry." Around about 2400 BS, we find two races then clash for the first time as the Dragon Ogre Wars erupt. So amidst the kind of peaks of the Mountains of Morn, the ogres discover the ancient creatures known as the Dragon Ogres, who then become enemies at first sight. Many battles were waged, toppling many mountains over, and finally driving the Dragon Ogres further northwards into the Chaos Wastes. They were already a Chaos race. Mr. Chris, you flashed a finger there.
Dragon Ogres are the lightning-wielding...
Dragony centaur guys. Yeah.
Dragony centaur guys that have the rotating thing of skulls, right?
Yes.
Good. And again,
Good.
these Dragon Ogres, they were ogres and they've evolved/mutated into Dragon Ogres. Or were they dragons that turned into ogres?
A great question. As the Yeti was a mutated set of ogres that became its own distinct race, Dragon Ogres and ogres have never had any connection other than the word ogre. They are distinct and separate race. They are not mutated ogres or healed dragon ogres. They simply, I think, were referred to as dragon ogres because their torsos, the upper torsos, are a bit ogre-y. They're just large humanoid, and that tends to big chonky ogres.
Yeah, Chaos Dwarves don't worship chaos proper, but tainted dwarves do, kind of thing.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah, no.
Looks like an ogre, sounds like an ogre. It ain't an ogre.
It's a giraffe.
I like the idea of what was it? Soft cell. Tainted ogre. Whoa.
Classic.
I meant dwarf.
Classic.
Fuck it. So
We'll cut that in later. Don't worry.
well, okay, it'll clip together nicely. So many great battles were fought in this initial kind of big time, including enormous wars fought against the beastmen from the haunted forest. If you recall, it goes Mountains of Morn, Gnoblar country, haunted forest, prophet. Well, Dragon Owl's prophet.
Hanging Grounds Babylon.
Yeah, prophet. This ultimately ended with the largest kind of roasted feast ever, as multiple tribes of ogres devoured multiple tribes of beastmen in one kind of weekend after a battle. The smoke was said to have been kind of had ecological changes on the area around it. So many barbecues were lit.
What a weekend.
And I mean lit on fire, not lit like it's a great time. Whatever, young people. Young people from 20 years ago.
You're so rad, dog.
Yeah, I am. It would explain the hair, if I'm being honest. A few hundred years after that, there was another kind of tectonic battle, quite literally, as a huge beast known as the glacier that walks rose up and fought the ogres who were dwelling in its valleys and caves, slaying many of them. And while some say it may rise again, it would only do so once the land is frozen over completely once more, which is weird because when it's cold, I stay in bed. After this, we find the first kind of indication that the ogres have, or ogres being mentioned in other races' histories, principally the dwarfs. So the dwarf holds of the Karazankor along the World's Edge Mountains discover, to their kind of great surprise and grudgy, that ogres are raiding their holds while not being interested in anything like golds or jewels. Rather, they are after all the ale, all the food stuff, and as many dwarves as they can eat, which sounds like a all-you-can-eat buffet. A subterranean all-you-can-eat buffet. That'd be pretty cool.
Must just be like an entire cave full of hors d'oeuvres for them, wouldn't it? Like little vol au vents. Like a dwarf can't be
if you eat enough of them.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyone else hungry? Mr. Chris?
Yes, I am hungry. But also in
Horny.
that
What?
scenario, the ogres were just raiding and stealing food to eat and gorge. They were ignoring the treasure, but they do like wealth and riches, though, don't they? They're not against having money.
It doesn't really, like, their culture and society isn't based on money. It's based on hunger
Grease's
and
gold
food.
tooth.
Yeah, Grease's gold tooth. Well, he's just taking taxes from people, so he's showing it as an element of power, but it's quite un-ogre-like.
Right. It's quite unique
behavior. Because he's like one of those nouveau riche guys who like gets money and then just eats until he needs to be carried around by little people. That's effectively what Grease's gold tooth has done. He's nouveau riche, Chris.
Would an ogre in a dwarven hold, in terms of kind of proportionality, be like? Yeah, would it fit? Would it be like? Would it be like a human in a normal human home? Do you know what I mean? Is it because the dwarf holds are quite grand, even for their kind of small scale?
Yeah, quite spacious and like it's weird. I think dwarf architecture clearly suffers from wee man syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were making it for ogres all along.
Yeah. Mr. Chris.
If they had actually made their dwellings and halls proportional to their size, i.e. quite small, that would have been a natural defense against just about every other race.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bar Gnoblars
Do you know what I mean?
and goblins.
If everything was like only 5 foot or less, like that wouldn't be a very attractive place. I mean, Skaven would get in, I guess. They would still have problems with Skaven, but like rat ogres wouldn't be a problem. They couldn't fucking fit in, right?
Yeah. But by the same token, if you get an old flamethrower into a small tunnel, banjoed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just saying, dwarves.
Flambe.
I love you.
Just saying, dwarves. We're very pro dwarf here on this podcast. Shocking.
Yeah.
So it's around that time as well, once the ogres start raiding into their stores for food stuff, that the annals of the dwarf kings, report kind of major ogre raids into their mines into the World's Edge Mountains. And it's around about this time, mines, no D, the dwarves hear tales of a mountain of pure gold that resides in the Mountains of Mourne. And expeditions are sent out to try and locate it based on the gurgling, dying statements of ogres that they have killed and thus are dying. 1,000 years after the fall of the Skytitans, the last Skytitan is hunted down and slain in battle by Bullock Knifefinger, whose tribe feasts on that Skytitan for a month. So that gives you an idea as how big these fucking Skytitans were. They were I would go so far as to say they're titanic.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Seems like quite a sad story. Was the last Sky Titan a bit of a bastard, or was it indeed a sad story?
I'll tell you what it was, Ben. He was tasty.
Did he have it coming?
He was what?
Did he have it coming? He was tasty.
He was tasty, right? Okay, so it was a simple.
I have no psychological information on the last Sky Titan, nor even a name. So I think it was just he was just
nor
the
even
last
a desire
of his race.
to find out.
Yeah, he knew he was the last one. He was slooping around the Mountains of Mourne, hiding, pretending to be a massive tree, and then ultimately, that was his rationale was salad. If I look like salad, they're not going to eat me.
Yeah.
Oh no, the vegan ogres.
Oh, that's really sad. It's like Lonely George.
Vegan ogres.
One of the last like giant tortoise on the Galapagos or something like that. One of those.
Yeah.
And really
a
sad.
massive, delicious creature.
Yeah.
So I see the last one's dead. Are you gonna bury him?
No need. You know what? We'll use his shell as a bowl.
Isn't that a Nine Inch Nails song? Shell like a bowl. So a few hundred years later, the ogres are involved in something called the Demon War, where a rift into the realms of chaos opens up within the Mountains of Mourne, and demons beyond count spew out. They could have used a better word. Many ogre tribes converge in a furious battle that lasted over a year before the fissure was successfully sealed, and only a plateau of bones, I'm assuming ogre bones, remains to mark the site of the conflict. So it is a plateau of bones different from the plain of bones, which is down and to the left on the hand map of the Darklands. We come now to the final section.
Come back to us, Ben.
It was the right.
Is Ben bored? Are you bored?
Yeah. No, it was the right hand. I was trying to figure out. Yeah. No, the right hand is the Darklands, and then the left hand with the thumb out.
We've lost him.
Is the Mountains of Mourne. There you go.
Yes. Actually, that's true. Yeah. But the thumbs overlap. Caca!
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
1,000 years before Sigmar, a new breed of goblin adapted to the climate of the high mountains becomes commonplace within the lands, the southern reaches of the Mountains of Mourne and the country immediately below that. We are, of course, talking about Gnoblars. I don't know. Why did we start whispering it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Because it's sexy.
Because they're
Just
sexy.
a fun word to say.
Yeah.
It's just fun. ASMR Gnoblars.
Yeah, it's just a fucking Gnoblar in it. You know what I mean?
It's not like, take it, it's a Gnoblar. Really a pivotal moment in the survival of a Gnoblar, which is halfway between a snotling and a goblin, was realizing that the ogres of the Mountains of Mourne valued them more as slaves than food. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary friends. It's another slavery segment in Laying Down the Lord's Great History on commenting about fictional slavery. Buckle up, lads.
another example of slavery being beneficial over something else.
But they wanted to be slaves, Ben.
Wow.
Is that
Gnoblars? Is that really slavery then? Yes,
it's just volunteering, isn't it?
It's not volunteering, Chris. They're not volunteering.
It's volunteering under duress.
Yeah.
Non-consensual volunteering is what we're talking about, Chris.
Non-voluntary volunteering.
It's a pretty ambiguous thing, though. Like,
no, it's not. Slavery is not ambiguous.
No,
ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Allen does not speak for this show.
Of the Gnoblars under the ogres, like, you can't want to. Isn't one of the definitions of being slave or enslaved is against your will? So you can't want to be a slave. Does that make sense?
Stop listening to GB News, please, for the love of God.
And another thing,
it's a valid point, Crown. It is a valid point. You know, if the ogres see them as slaves, but they don't see themselves as slaves, which one's
Someone's
right?
lying.
Someone's talking shit.
Which came first, the slave or the slave owner? Not touching it.
Yeah,
no, that's a real power move to your slave masters. No, I want to be here. No, you're a slave. No, fine, call me a slave, but I want to be here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take any wages even if you paid me.
Yeah, you can't fire me. I quit. But somehow I'm still here and a slave. Anyway, moving on. Dragging this podcast back from the right wing, this sparked a mass exodus of Gnoblars into the foothill homelands of the Ogre Kingdoms. Gnoblar shantytowns soon infested every available crevice, great word, of ogre settlements throughout the Mountains of Mourne. And in exchange for servitude and menial labor, ogres ensured that only a relatively small number of Gnoblars met grisly ends, usually toothed. Speaking of teeth, when claimed by an ogre, a Gnoblar is earmarked. So a chunk of ear is bitten off to leave the ogre's distinctive bite mark as like one of those tags on sheep. I don't know where that came from.
But the inverse,
The inverse. And this serves as a permanent sign of ownership. Yeah, get out of that, Chris. Quicker than branding. So earmarked Gnoblars are theoretically protected from constant infighting amongst their kind.
Wow.
Indeed, much like the house elves of Harry Potter, Gnoblars wear cast-off clothing looted from ogre victims. It's exactly the same. I'm not interested in answering any questions. And they often accompany their masters into battle. Some form unruly mobs known as Gnoblar fighters, pelting enemies with stolen things and sharp objects. Stolen things, such as comedy pianos? I don't know. Gnoblars are so ubiquitous and so kind of central to ogre culture now that there is indeed an ogre saying, an ogre saying, which claims that I wouldn't trust a Gnoblar save as far as I could throw him. And so ogres traditionally hurl prospective servants not slaves, servants, to test their worth. So
Amazing.
larger Gnoblars tend to be more rebellious and are thus harder to throw. And smaller Gnoblars are prized for being more submissive, gross, and even used as living back scratchers when strapped to a branch.
Nice.
Yeah. Branch
Cool.
Gnoblars. Branchlars. Nailed it.
Brobilars.
Boblars, yeah. So, Scratchlars. And so on. Ogres often develop a kind of perverse fondness for a favoured Gnoblar, and they boast about traits like a healthy green hide or an especially droopy nose. Thanks for yawning, Ben. It makes me feel great. Unfortunately, we're video now, Ben. You can't just be yawning right into the camera. Yeah.
Well, it's 9:30 in the morning, so it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Unfortunately, proximity to Kral increases the likelihood of a Gnoblar being eaten or accidentally crushed. And indeed, this is a kind of two-way cultural exchange because while nearly...
Did you just say when Gnoblars are in the close vicinity of Kral?
Yes. I was testing you. Good testing. Gnoblars often kind of mirror the traits that their masters have. So, like a tyrant's Gnoblar, tyrant's favored Gnoblar, maybe kind of a bullying little shit with kind of an ill-fitting helmet and a broken knife that it kind of attacks its fellows with. Lead belchers, who are the ogres who carry cannons, their Gnoblars will have like soot-blackened skin and rags stuffed into their ears because they're sitting on the shoulders of these ogres as the cannons are lit. And an observer, a careful observer, can often judge an ogre by the Gnoblar he keeps.
Kind of like a dog and his owner.
Kind of like that if the dog was a slave, yeah. So the final entry here: are dogs slaves? Are pets slaves? Here's a question for the audience for next time. Please comment: are pets slaves?
No. I can tell you, we are slaves to our pets, 100%.
They
don't pay for shit. All right, they don't pay for shit.
Is a sheepdog a slave? Answers on a postcard, please. The final tidbit of information here, and it really closes out the foundational kind of aspect of the Ogre Kingdoms as they have become, is Thug the Fist becomes the first Overtyrant of the Ogre Kingdoms, gathering many, many tribes under his banner, and he begins the practice of the Great Feast, which is where there's a feast. It's pretty big. It's pretty great. And each tribe sends their representative. They're kind of usually a bruiser who's a hero level character or a tyrant themselves attends the Great Feast, where matters are discussed over
dinner.
Still living sushi.
Vol-au-vents.
Let's say. Vol-au-vents.
Yeah.
Well, imagine, is that a pie? No, it's an ogre vol-au-vent. Yeah. And thus, we drag our weird episode to an end, but I have forgotten, if you have a look at image 12, there is a gang of Gnoblars waiting to charge into battle.
I've been looking at that for the past 10 minutes. I love that bit of that artwork. I think it's great. So cool. Yeah. I imagine these, great episode, Darren. I imagine these Gnoblars that follow their masters. They're kind of like shadows of their egos. They just reflect and kind of repeat what the ogres are doing and mimic their behavior. Is that right?
It's just things like there's always a guy behind a bully going, yeah. It's that guy.
Yeah.
That's the Gnoblars.
Yes.
Yeah. Except smaller and greener.
Adorable.
Yeah. How many Gnoblars would an ogre typically own? And can they get quite big?
Much like pimping, I believe that there's a bottom bitch Gnoblar and then supporting Gnoblars who are being worked. In terms of their size, they never get any bigger than a goblin. That's the that numbers. Would be an individual ogre might have. Well, it depends on their status within the tribe. Most ogres have one. A lot of kind of heroic ogres may have a handful, 4 or 5, because it gets kind of unruly.
Yes, yeah.
It can get real slapstick real quick when you're dealing with Gnoblars.
Yes, yeah. I'm really drawn to them. I think
Funny
cool,
that.
The Gnoblars. Yeah. yes. Come on. Come at me, bro. Come on.
No, it's too easy. It's the low-hanging fruit crowd. Dara and I are better than that. We're not gonna.
As it turns out, I'm not. Apparently, sorry, crowd.
I think I like what it is. I like the detail of like the character lore. So the ogres are great and fascinating, but it's this little detail of like, and then they've got minions of these Gnoblars which have their own little stories and their own little shit going on. You know what I mean? Their own stuff they need to deal with.
Is the Gnoblar in the top left corner, standing kind of in the middle of the group on the left? Does he have a knife tied to his nose?
He's got the end of the sword that's broken on the end of his nose, it looks like.
Well, a long, droopy nose is prized.
Oh, really? That's a mark of...
Yes, he has a blade strapped to his nose while also holding another blade.
I think my favourite Gnoblar in this picture is the guy at the forefront on the left who's just wearing like a napkin around his head.
Yeah.
Just like, they're going to die first. You can just tell.
They're going to die first.
It's an absolutely cracking image. Like the guy in the front with the helmet on that's so big you can't see. It's just so good.
You get a real sense of their character. They're just an absolute rabble.
Hijinks. Yeah.
But they take themselves very seriously.
Yeah. They're like the barber boys. They can hand it out, but they can't take it.
Exactly. Yeah. Led by Crown.
Man.
Sweet.
Done.
Well, that was fantastic. That really set the stage. So is this part 1 of 3 history?
This is part 1 of several parts. I don't know how many parts yet.
Okay, we're just feeling our way.
We're now 1,000 years before Sigmar. Yeah,
right.
So there's still a ways to go.
About the beginning of the story, like the whole the appearance of the Great Maw, and how and what. Anyway, questions for Chunks of Da for sure. Lots of questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tier 2 page.
All right. Well, I will. Let's call it a day. And as soon as I find my script, we should go. Okay.
What an anticlimax. See you, everyone.
Goodbye. All right, that's all from us. Thank you so much for listening. If you want more Old World content, just hit the Patreon link in the description and sign up today to listen to our bonus show, Chunks of Dar, which will have all of the questions that we haven't asked today. Details and imagery for the topics we've discussed in this show can be found on our website at layingdownlore.com, where we also have all our previous episodes, release schedules, and merch. We should probably get some merch, shouldn't we, to wear on the show, so that we can demonstrate the merch. Nose knives, exactly. You can also join our Discord for free. You can hit the link in the description and come and tell us what you think of nose knives. And whether we can bring them back, whether they were ever in vogue, on vogue.
Is a nose knife more dangerous to your enemy or to yourself? Can you headbutt with a nose knife? This and other questions will be answered.
How does one spell with a nose knife? We'll be back again soon, displaying just how little Krell and I know. Until then, goodbye.
Cheery bye-bye.
I love you, bye.